You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, B&B fans, I've got your early weekly spoilers for next week, August 19th through the 23rd. Looks like Katie may get blasted. Bill Spencer may be stunned, and we're looking at a DNA do-over. We're going to unpack all of these, but if you haven't subscribed, please reach down and do that. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and you guys know on Early Edition Day, we always talk about what is happening the rest of this week to set up the context for next week. With that in mind, Wednesday, August 14th, Steffy is not having a whole lot of fun at that party at Grandpa Eric's house because it's all about Brooke, and a little more Brooke. Plus, Hope continues getting sloshed. She is pushing the Brooke thing all up in Steffi's face, aggravating her. And it looks like she's trying to get Finn away from Steffy and alone so she can try something. Meanwhile, the crowd is enjoying Danny Romalotti in his Y&R crossover as he is serenading everyone with his one-hit big rock song from 1981, Rock On. Everybody dances. Steffi's dancing with Finn. Brooke is dancing with Ridge. Brooke is also dancing with Cricket. Pam and Donna are having a big old time, but Hope has her eye on Finn. She is going to get him alone, and she's going to do something inappropriate. Meanwhile, in another storyline, it looks like Katie heads over from watching Poppy get arrested and demanding that Bill get another DNA test to talk to their son, Will, and tell him everything that went down and that she's asking for a new DNA test, and that might not be his sister after all. Then on Thursday, August 15th, Hope makes Finn very uncomfortable and he claps back at her. He does not like what she's doing. She is drunk and she's being inappropriate with him. This is not the first time. Remember, she hit on him in the dressing room backstage. He should not have even come in there to talk to her when she was in lingerie, and then she closed the door. And it looks like she might actually, fondle him, maybe even go for a kiss. It is going to be a bad scene. He's going to shut her down hard, but you know what? I actually don't think whatever Finn says is going to stop Hope fantasizing. It is inappropriate. I'm going to drop a video at the end if you guys haven't watched it where I talk about the psychological issue that Hope might be dealing with and whether Dr. Taylor Hayes diagnoses her. Things get awkward over at the Spencer mansion because of Katie harping on the whole DNA thing and Poppy not being trustworthy. Bill talks to Luna, who he definitely hopes is his daughter, about how she would feel about doing another DNA test. This might be a very touchy subject. That takes us to Friday, August 16th of this week, and Poppy is completely shocked when Li Finnegan reveals something to her. It would be crazy if Li said, "Oh yeah, I actually did rig the DNA test, not for you, but to help out Luna and to help out Bill, who really wanted a daughter." It would be interesting and I wonder if Lee's going to go down to the jail and see Poppy, or because it seems like they have enough to hold her. We'll see. I'm also interested if Bill sends Justin down to try and get her out on bail, something like that, or if he's going to let Poppy deal with this on her own. This stuff with Lee and Poppy is going to get good. And Steffy is both surprised and thrilled that her mom, Dr. Taylor Hayes, is back in LA on Friday. I hope we get more than just her walking in at the last minute of the cliffhanger episode, but that may be in fact what we get. That takes us to a few early spoilers for the following week, August 19th through the 23rd. So Taylor is back. Brooke is going to, I think, deflate like a balloon. She's feeling really good right now, as she should. The Brooks bedroom line is very successful. Ridge reminded her that she's his soulmate. They had such a good time in Monaco. So it is the worst time for Brooke for Taylor to come back. It just kind of undermines everything. anything. However, I'm sure Ridge will be delighted because you know how he gets, and he loves attention from any woman that will look his way. I think we're all hoping that it doesn't turn into the same old with Taylor and Brooke both chasing Ridge torn between them, Ridge not communicating clearly, all that triangle stuff. I hope Brad Bell knows better by now, but I can't say that he's learned his lesson. Taylor is not going to enjoy the way that Hope has been harassing Steffy at work, trying to make her business decisions all seem personal. And I also suspect that Hope may rub Brooke's recent success and her and Ridge's happiness in Taylor's face, because Hope just seems to be up in people's faces lately and pretty, not just passive aggressive, but regular aggressive. And we may see Taylor clapping back. I am sure she is going to defend her daughter, Steffy. Finn needs to think very carefully about Hope's inappropriate behavior and whether he should tell Steffy because of how she will react. Finn knows that Hope and Steffy are always on the cusp of World War III, of reigniting their feud, and he doesn't want that. That's why he hasn't told Steffy before about some of the things that Hope has said. But if she keeps pushing Finn, he's going to be backed into a corner. And he knows by now that if he hides something from Steffy and she finds it out, there will be hell to pay. Are we going to see Luna have a new DNA test next week? I don't think that she will deny Bill if he asks her the right way. And the bottom line is, as much as Luna believes that Bill is her father and wants Bill to be her father, I do think she will want to know the truth and whether Poppy has lied to her yet again. The real killer of Tom and Hollis is exposed soon. It does not look like it's Poppy, no matter where Brad Bell is painting the plot line this week, but it's definitely centered around her, and she's the linchpin. Bill Spencer is going to wind up stunned, but is it by the new DNA test or the reveal of the killer? And it looks like Li maybe knows something. Hopefully she's not involved. Maybe she rigged the paternity test, but then has nothing to do with the deaths, even though there's a drug she could have gotten from the hospital. I actually don't know if she would set up her sister for murder. If she did, then Li Finnegan is even more diabolical than we knew. And at some point, I have to wonder if Katie is going to have to eat crow for all her anti-Poppy antics and her ranting at Bill, basically attacking her mother in front of Luna when the real killer is finally outed. And it just seems like such a slim margin right now that it actually is Poppy, somebody who knows Poppy probably. And I just wonder when it all comes out, if Katie will apologize to Bill and also to Poppy. Maybe, or maybe not, because if the DNA test exposes the truth, maybe Katie feels like she doesn't have to apologize to Poppy. I think a lot of people are very convinced at this point that Bill is not Luna's real daddy. We'll see how it goes. Check back later this week for your full roster of Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Click subscribe if you haven't, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking B&B with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.